Quiz time. The answers will follow the question slide. Questions. Number 1, true or false? With straight-in parking, an automobile should be parked to the right side of the parking space, and its rear should be extended into the traffic lane so drivers can see it. Number 2, blank parking is when you park on the roadway side of a parked vehicle. Number 3, true or false? Number 2 is not allowed by law. Number 4, true or false? You cannot park on crosswalks. Number 5, true or false? You can park on sidewalks. Number 6, true or false? You can't park in bicycle lanes. Answers. Number 1 was false. Number 2 is double. Number 3 is true. Number 4 is true. Number 5 is false. Number 6 is true. Questions. Number 1, true or false? You are a jerk if you park in front of someone's driveway, but it technically isn't against the law. Number 2, true or false? You can park by curbs that are painted yellow. Number 3, true or false? You cannot park wherever there is a no parking sign. Number 4, true or false? You cannot park within intersections. Five, you cannot park within blank feet of a fire hydrant. Answers. Number 1 is false. Number 2 is false. Number 3 is true. Number 4 is true. Number 5 is 15. Questions. Number 1, you cannot park within blank feet of an intersection. Number 2, you cannot park within blank feet of an entrance to a fire, ambulance, or rescue squad station. Number 3, you cannot park within blank feet of a railroad crossing. Number 4, true or false? You cannot park on the hard surface of a highway if there are not marked parking spaces. Answers. Number 1 was 20, number 2 is 20, number 3 is 50, number 4 is true. Questions. True or false? You can't park on a bridge or overpass. Number 2, true or false? You can't park in a tunnel. Number 3, true or false? You cannot park in such a way that you block or create hazards for other vehicles. Number 4, you cannot park within blank feet of a rural mailbox on a state highway between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. Number 5, you cannot park within blank feet of any flashing signal, stop sign, or traffic signal. Number 6, what do vehicles need to use at night if they are parked on a roadway or shoulder outside a city or town? Answers. Number 1 is true, number 2 is true, number 3 is true, number 4 is 30, number 5 is 30, number 6 is parking lights. Questions. Number 1. True or false? Using parking lights instead of headlights for driving is against the law. Number 2, true or false? A handicap placard must be seen from either the front of the vehicle or the rear of the vehicle. Number 3, people who are handicapped, A, do not pay any fees on public street, highway, or metered space. B, may park in parking spaces reserved for the handicapped. C, have to get a handicap placard. D, have to get a specialty license plate. E, all of the above. F, all but D. Number 1 is true, number 2 is false, number 3 is E. Questions. Number 1, what must a handicap placard have on both sides in the center in a contrasting color? Number 2, what 2 places offer handicap placards to those who qualify? Number 3, which of these places can provide you with proof that you are disabled so you can apply for a placard? A, any licensed U.S. physician. B, Division of Blind Services of the Department of Education. C, Veterans Administration. D, all of the above. E, all but C. Answers. Number 1, International Symbol of Accessibility, wheelchair symbol. Number 2, tag agent and tax collector's office. Number 3 is E. What do you need to do when applying for a handicap parking placard? A, fill out an application. B, provide proof of eligibility. C, pay a fee if applying for a temporary placard. D, present a Florida driver's license or ID. E, all of the above. F, all but C. Number 2, what is the difference between the blue handicap parking permit and the red handicap parking permit? Which one is free and has no fee? Number 3, true or false? People with specialty license plates that display the ISA symbol can park in handicap parking spaces. Answers. Number 1 is E. Number 2, the blue handicap permit is permanent. The red handicap permit is temporary. If you apply for the blue one, you don't have to pay a fee. Number 3 is true. Questions. Number 1, true or false? Disabled American veterans and paralyzed veterans of America members are required to have an ISA symbol on their specialty license plates in order to park in handicapped spaces. Number 2, true or false? It is illegal to park, stop, or stand in a handicapped parking space unless you have a handicap placard or license plate. Number 3, true or false? A handicap placard from another state is not valid in Florida. Answers. Number 1 is false. Number 2 is true. Number 3 is false. Questions. Number 1, true or false? Handicap parking spaces can only be used when the person with the disability is being transported in the car. Number 2, true or false? Anyone who uses someone else's handicap parking permit can be charged with a second-degree misdemeanor, have the vehicle towed, and the parking permit confiscated. Answers. Number 1 is true. Number 2 is true. Finished.